Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about low and high floor price NFTs, which I'm trying to buy during this discounted bear market, which I think have great potential for the future. So starting off with the low floor price, we're going to be talking about Mutant Kaijus, which is currently seeing a low floor price of 0.44 Ethereum. Now there's many reasons why I'm super bullish on this. First, it's going to be entry into this blue chip ecosystem, also known as Kaiju Kings, with their Genesis collection currently sitting at about 4.7 Ethereum. Now the second reason I'm really bullish is basically they've got an upcoming play to earn ecosystem, and in my opinion, these Mutant Kaijus are going to be the centerpiece of this ecosystem. You can see here, basically, it's going to be a free-to-play game, but to basically increase the strength of your monsters, you're basically going to have DNA. DNA is an essential item to do this. Now, the only way you can actually get this DNA is from extracting it from a mutant plus 300 scale. So this is going to cause a demand spike for Mutant Kaijus. Now, another demand spike would also be caused because there's going to be a new Kaiju creation, and to obtain this, you're going to have a mutant, and it's going to produce ROS, which is very essential within the kind of Kaiju ecosystem, as only the Genesis collection can do this. So it's going to cause two big demand spikes for the Mutant Kaijus. Now, the third reason I'm bullish is there's also going to be much utility from having these Mutant Kaijus beyond the play to earn system. You can say here it's going to generate 2 scales per day. You can get access to alpha chats. You can get access to select giveaways, utility for play to earn game. And one thing I'm a really big fan of is you can basically attain an alpha pass of 300 scales. Now it says read only, but it's maybe changing to actually you can type as well. But this alpha pass can then be traded on OpenSea, so you can sell it or you can keep it and try and follow the calls basically to make yourself money. But the Kaiju is known for the good alpha, so this is a really cool thing to have. Now, something else I want to point out to you about the Kaiju ecosystem, there's actually going to be a free mint in the Kaiju ecosystem called the Scientist. Now this is going to be a free mint, and basically in about 6 hours time this free mint starts over a 48-hour period, and you can mint 1 per wallet. Now, although they say it's free, you most likely are going to have to inject around about 0.666 Ethereum to get most of the use cases out of it. But I'd highly suggest minting this NFT even for free, just to make sure that you can actually play the game in the future, as these scientists are going to be essential in the future to play this game. So these are some really cool things that I think you can pick up for cheap. It will do very well in the future. Now, there are a couple of cons to this buy. Firstly, the game is only going to come out in late 2022 or early 2023, and we often do see a slight decline in NFT gaming floor prices as we wait for the game to come out. But then Kaiju are this blue chip ecosystem, and I think with the minting of the Scientists, this is the real start of them introducing the play to earn ecosystem into the Kaiju ecosystem. So I think there could be much news along the way, which could then we could see pumps in the mutant floor price. And furthermore, you can also start generating scales now, which is going to be essential for DNA in the future, which in my opinion will sell for a decent bit on the secondary market, as it's going to be essential to upgrade your monsters in the future. So this is why I'm very bullish on Mutant Kaijus. Quick disclaimer that nothing in this video is going to be financial advice, and furthermore, investing into these low floor price NFTs is going to be slightly more risky than investing into the higher floor price NFTs, which I talk about later on in this video. So the second low floor price NFT is going to be Clementines Nightmare Edition, which is currently seeing a very low floor price of 0.044 Ethereum. Now, a couple of quick reasons why I'm bullish on this project for the long term is that they've actually been in development for around about 4 years now, so hopefully they've made some great development within this time. Secondly, they have a very large team of 35 plus people, and they're also stacked. I believe they have the lead developer, maybe the developer which used to work at Coinbase. They also have the ex-lead developer of Call of Duty, who worked there for over 9 years, and many more people behind them. Furthermore, just holding this NFT now will allow you to acquire the Ink token, which will then be used in their future play to earn game. Now, the reason we've seen their floor price decrease and also their Genesis collection decrease, because they used to have a lot of hype behind the game, is there's been a complete lack of communication and transparency from behind the team. But I've actually been speaking to one of the community leads within the Discord, and they said that one of the project founders is going to be making a presentation with lots of updates about the game and the Ink details, which from then on we can then expect regular developer updates, which will then hopefully increase this transparency and do wonderful things for this game. I truly believe if we receive a big gameplay trailer, which people are really hyped for, we can see a pump in the Clementines floor. Now, one project I want to compare it to is going to be My Pet Hooligan. Now, they're currently seeing a much higher floor price of 0.9 Ethereum, but they are very similar to Clementines, and they have a game which isn't out yet, and they also have a token which isn't out yet. But the main difference is they've been very transparent, so I do truly believe that they kind of follow through on this promise of being much more transparent behind this project, and they show some good updates, then their floor price can increase. Now, one quick point I also want to mention is that Project Godjira, which is a very respected project in this space, they decided they were going to mint 333 Clementines Nightmares for the long term, and this is just simply because they have belief in the game for the long term, and in my opinion, this is a slightly bullish sign. So this is going to be kind of a more risky play, as you are kind of betting on them releasing some good updates about the game, but I do believe you are slightly lower risk because of the very low floor price. There's not too much you can lose, but also be careful with investment. Moving on to higher floor price projects, the first one we're going to talk about is LlamaVerse, which is going to be top of my list. Now, one cool thing to quickly know about this project, you can see out of a 4K supply, only 52 items are going to be listed. So just having over 1% for sale shows a very strong community who believe in this project for the long term. Now, also a really bullish thing in my opinion is that their founder is going to be NFT Llama, who is a very well connected individual in the space of over 180,000 followers and is very well respected, which means he should be able to secure some great collabs for the future. Now, reading through Roadmap 2.0, I'm very impressed with the utility they're promising, and also this kind of sums up at the bottom here, but they are really wanting to build an ecosystem, and they have a 40+ person team looking to do so, and they really want to benefit the Genesis holders. So, and he's already delivered on some great utility, so these signs show really good things for the future. I managed to find on Twitter a quick thread about some of the utility they're already offering. So first of all, there's going to be staking, which you can then earn the SPIT token, and one of the main use cases is going to be the current whitelist marketplace, but they're also expanding this basically to when they create their own play to earn game called Llamascape. They've got really good alpha calls. You can send. They've also got Spit Buddies, in which they're collabing with really high-end blue chip projects such as Project Godjira and Kaiju Kings. So they're really already producing some great utility, and they've proved themselves, and I think with such a great founder and team behind them, they can continue to do so, and it's a project which I'm very excited about and really want to get into. Next is going to be Project Godjira Generation 2. Now they have a Genesis collection which currently sits at 17.5 Ethereum floor price, so this gives you a much cheaper way to buy into their blue chip ecosystem. A cool thing to note is they have 78 items listed out of a total supply of 3.3k, so having just over 2% listed shows a very strong community behind the project. Now, one of the things I really like and the main utility behind the project is how well respected and connected the team and founders behind this project are. Taking a quick look at their whitelist store a little bit ago, you can see imaginary ones, Project PXM, Possessed, Karafuru, Mindblowing, NFT whitelist spots available. So if you can just secure a few of these, you can make a large amount of money back. Also, taking a look at some of the collabs they've managed to secure, you can see one with Dark Echelon, also we saw previously with LlamaVerse, and these are also blue chips within the space. So if you can integrate with these, it can bring more and more utility back to the holders. So a final thing I want to mention is I saw on this Twitter, now this may mean nothing, but on the 7th of May, they posted about a Project Godjira white paper. So if they produce some kind of very detailed white paper of things they want to develop within the space, then and they manage to include Generation 2 in this, which I think they will do, then this could spell very good signs to the future of this project. Next is going to be Dark Echelon, which in my opinion is a project which is often overlooked within the NFT space. Now you can look at some of the utility here. There's going to be a lot of these kind of bots and things you can use to help you trade and buy within the NFT space. There's going to be Project Godjira partnership, but in my opinion the main utility is the fact they only have a 520 supply, but yet they secure some of the best whitelist spots in the space, and often at a large supply of them. You can see here, just scrolling through their Twitter, they mentioned Project PXN, Shinseika, Sneakerhead are some of the recent ones they've managed to acquire, and this can bring a lot of profits to holders. Now I'd say this is for people who really believe in for the NFT space for the long term, so they can consistently benefit off these whitelist spots. But also I believe that the founder behind this project, Imir Hussein, is very well connected with 360k followers. He could potentially develop this project further in the future, with Dark Echelon being the Genesis collection, so this could potentially bring even more utility to others, but this is a big if. Finally, we're going to be talking about the Otherside. Now, this allows you to buy land within the Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem / Metaverse. Now, the reason I'm so bullish on this is that the founders behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs, have some of the deepest pockets within the game, and furthermore, more importantly, they are the most recognized NFT within the entire world and most respected. So this allows them to secure some of the best utility, some of the best partnerships on the land that we're not even aware of yet. Now if we go over to their Twitter, we can take a quick look at a trailer behind the Otherside, and it does look quite well developed and a lot better than some of the other metaverses we see out there today. So this could be more of a long-term play, but I do think if they release some more utility and some more information about utility behind the Otherside, we could definitely see this floor price pump. But in the long term, I could see this land do very, very well due to the amazing utility behind the entire Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see more low or high floor price NFT projects I'm looking to buy during this bear market. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe button. Peace.